Hey, Raponi, what is going on?
Tails here.
JTH and Dashy here too.
Yay.
Hi! Sorry, she has to talk in a squeaky voice.
I want to give her a hug. Yay.
Has to talk in a squeaky voice and she's so tiny.
Alright, you can sit over here, Dash. Alright, let's get this going.
Yeah, this is going to be our final reaction, part 3 of our reaction to Twi and Me.
Yep.
And here to the we go. Okay, here we go. And from what we saw in the last part,
It's getting good.
things are about to get hot. Really, really hot.
Alright, let's start it.
So, and since I said in the last part, please let me live vicariously through over who this guy is, it's obvious right now, from this point on, I'm going to enjoy this far more than I should.
And I'm super jelly.
Me too. But like I've said, I am going to enjoy this a lot more than I should. The only way I'd like it more is if it was first person in Rainbow Dash.
Alright, go.
Here we go.
I have come to the battle station, pre-fapped, and ready to go. So, if I get the urge to do
Sorry for
such a
laughing
thing
at Jay's
during
cow, but
this
that's pretty funny.
reading, I will not be able to, because I need at least 20 minutes in between each fapping session to be able to erect myself. So, should be safe.
I could do something horrible with this, but I'm not going to.
Guilty feeling again, said Twi as she hopped off of the couch a little unsteadily and stood on all fours in front of me. You're licking my me was getting me really hot. She took a single step forward, bringing her head in between my splayed knees. And for a long while she stood there staring at my pants, her head cocked as if she was trying to divine a secret.
Just put Dashy back up on that shelf.
How do these things work exactly?
There we go.
Soon her horn shone brightly, and my belt buckle started to glow at the same rose-pink color. The buckle slid back and forth as she fumbled with the unfamiliar device, and the tip of her tongue popped out from between her lips as she concentrated. I brought my hands down.
No,
Here, let me
more
out.
like this.
But then I suddenly felt them fly
Like that.
from my belt, slapped away by an
Sorry
invisible
about that.
force, and Twi glared at me fiercely. No, I want to do it! There was little Miss Sparkle, the stubborn perfectionist again.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
knew better than to argue with her when she was in this kind of mood and led her to it. But she quickly worked out that she had to hold the buckle and the belt at the same time. And with a lot of loosening and tightening, she soon unbuckled it, and my belt flicked out and flew off across the room with a life of its own. That would, like, totally kill your boner.
Probably would.
Gotta get my belt off. Come on. You're gonna... That would just totally kill the bone. Wow, I said. Add that to the list of things I'd never seen before. I came here to... Add that to the list of things I'd never seen before I came here to
A little
Equestria.
messed up a bit, Ollie.
But Twilight was already examining the zip on my pants. Wait, how many lives do these things have? Why do you humans cover up yourselves so much? I've got no idea, I said. But trust me, you wouldn't want to see most humans walking around without clothes like you ponies do.
That's
You
true.
ponies are just lucky that all those adventures you get involved in keep you looking sleek and healthy. Twilight wasn't really listening to me at this point, and with a little experimentation later, she finally worked out that the button needed to be undone, and then the zip unzipped. And soon she had my jeans around my ankles, and I sat there in only my boxers. What, another layer? She laughed. You humans are crazy.
Oh my derp.
Was it really that cold? Was there another
Oh,
ice age?
Celestia, be quiet.
Wait, that can't be right. You said that your planet is undergoing something called global warming, right?
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
don't really think that's the reason I began, but Twi had grown impatient, and abandoning her magic, she was now gripping her leg of my underwear.
Doesn't seem like
gripping the
global
leg of
warming
my
outside
underwear
today. It's
between her
friggin'
teeth.
freezing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Trying to pull them down. They slipped down about an inch before they got stuck on my erection. She was forced to pull harder and harder until they slipped down over it. Pretty painfully, I might add. And Twi fell back on her rump, giggling, leaving my underwear hanging around my ankles. I'd also fallen backwards onto the couch, my dick waggling comically in the air. I was just sitting back up and kicking off my boxers when I saw that Twi was also getting up onto her hose. She looked at me, still dizzy from the fall, but when she realized that I was now totally naked now, her jaw dropped open. So that's what it looks like!
Oh my gosh.
I looked down at my hard
Oh my
on.
gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Yeah, they are pretty awesome. I was worried for a second that she might be
Oh,
freaked out.
Luna, be quiet.
I guess you could say that.
After all. but she was already trotting up, swaying as
God,
little as
Luna
she did.
it.
And when she reached me, she threw her forelegs on either side of my thighs and brought her curious face right up close.
Oh, Luna, damn it. Come on.
She stared at my dick for a moment and then glanced up at me. So, I'm just supposed to lick it? She asked with disarming directness. And that'll make you feel good? Well,
Dear Lord.
yeah, but only if you want.
Oh, dear
But
Celestia.
my half-hearted protests were
That's
cut
what I meant
off,
to say,
so I
oh,
stuck
dear
out her
Luna.
tongue and drew the wet tip all over the head of my dick.
Oh, yeah.
After a quick taste, she sat back down on her rump, deep in thought.
God,
as if
I am
she'd just
so
performed
jelly
an
of this
experiment
guy.
and was
Me
contemplating
too.
the results. Not bad.
Oh.
Oh.
And then she leaned forward and licked from the base up to under the head and then back down.
Oh.
Her
Oh.
huge violet eyes glued to mine as she did. So this is okay? I started squirming. It was an inexperienced blowjob, sure, but the sight of Twi's innocent eyes glistening as she tongue-basted my cock was driving me wild. I managed to get out. Yep. This guy's definitely me.
No, he's me!
No, he's me!
Okay, he's...
I guess that means
No,
I'm
he's me.
doing okay.
No, he's me.
Twi giggled and went back to licking the whole length with long,
Oh,
easy
get the
licks.
fuck out of here.
Don't make me smash
Why
your
don't you
face.
try putting the whole thing in your mouth?
Hey, don't you
That
dare.
was even, but she was way ahead of me. And as my erection was enveloped by her warm, wet mouth, I felt the jolt of sexual electricity force up from my prostate right up along my spine.
I don't even
Twi
know.
drew her
What
mouth
is
up
this
and down
thing? Oh, it's a
softly,
seal.
trying not to gag.
Why'd you throw
And
that
soon
on
she
my
learned
head?
that she could set me
Yeah.
off by running her tongue underneath the head as she did. And after a while, she had me moaning like I was dying.
Oh.
It's always
Oh.
amazingly hot to look down and see a girl on all fours giving you a blowjob.
Yeah, I don't know. What the hell?
I've never had that experience,
Me
so...
I would
either.
agree, but I haven't had that experience. So.
Hey, we're all three of us are alike
But
here.
seeing Twi doing it was several degrees hotter. Maybe it was the naivety of her big violet eyes, or that rump of hers wiggling a little as she bobbed her head up and down.
What's up with
Her
this
tail
guy?
happily switching back and forth. Maybe it was the fact that I was getting blown by someone.
Nah, shut
well,
up.
some pony
Jealous.
I was completely head over heels in love with. Whatever it was, I didn't feel like I could last too long with the exquisite waves of pleasure that were flowing through my body. But I had no intention of blowing off in her mouth.
Okay, good.
As amazing as that would feel, so with an act of supreme willpower, I slipped my dick out of her mouth. She looked up at me in disappointment, clearly worried that she'd done something wrong.
Oh, don't
but I
Be
shook
so
my head.
negative, Twi. Come on.
Sit up on the couch, I told her. I want to taste you now.
Ho 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 ho.
Twi blinked at me.
Yeah, buddy.
What? My horn again? But you... Not your horn. Your other place. Between your haunches. Her eyes grew wide. What? You really want to... I didn't reply, but just slipped my hands under her forelegs and lifted her bodily up onto the couch so that she was sitting back on her rump.
Just like Lyra.
This feels a little strange, Twi remarked, always the scientist. I know Lyra sits like this all the time.
You took the words out of my mouth. Stop
Her
that.
voice suddenly
Yeah,
dropped
they
away when she
mentioned
saw me
Lyra.
kneel down
Yay.
in front of her and gently part her knees.
Yeah.
And she gasped as she felt my hot breath against her most sensitive of places.
Oh,
Mhm.
boy.
Yeah, but
All our messing around had clearly turned Twi on. The thick, spicy animal scent of her sex filled my senses. And I felt my dick jump suddenly at the intensely sexy smell.
Oh.
The lips of her pussy were slightly parted, already glistening with beads of juice, and her clit was rock hard and
Never heard
I
that.
never heard that one.
I don't know if that
Either.
happens or not,
I don't know if that
Does?
happens either.
Me
but I've
either.
never heard that
But
ever. A rock
yeah,
hard clit.
thank you, Ace God. I've never heard that
Clit was
either.
rock hard and picking out from under its little hood. I decided there was no need to go slowly anymore, as I dove down and drew her clit into my mouth.
Oh.
It was like I'd applied a branding iron to the little purple unicorn pony. She almost leaped off the couch with a cry as soon as my tongue touched her, but I slipped my arms around her thighs and held her down and began to eat her out properly.
Hmm.
As I licked, soft little gasps emanated from her, and I
So
felt myself
jelly.
getting
Me
harder
too.
and I felt myself getting harder still as I was exposed for the first time to her amazing flavor. Her juices were clear and hot, and I couldn't resist sticking my tongue into her sticky little slit to get a better taste. She was rich and salty, but with an undertone of sweetness that I'd tasted before from a vegetarian girlfriend I'd had.
Huh.
And the more I licked, the more stickiness appeared. And all the while, Twi was squirming on her rump, her forehooves pushed up hard against her mouth to stop herself from crying out.
It's probably the
Eating
best,
a pony out
probably the best part,
was a
though.
little
when the girl was
different from
moaning
eating
like
out a
a mother.
unicorn.
Yeah.
For one thing, their tails seemed to have a life of their own. and Twi's was brushing back and forth
Muffing up a little.
against my bare chest and
Again.
making them tingle with strange sensation. And with my arms around her thighs, I found that my hands were close to the soft swellings of the tiny breasts situated in her That's the only problem that I would have.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
The fact that her breasts.
yeah.
The fact that they're right there.
Yeah.
Her tummy and haunches, and I had chuckled to myself at how much more convenient it was to make love to a pony. There was no need to reach up or tweak her nipples. They were right down here. Whatever you say, man.
Yeah, whatever
I
you
stopped
you
licking
say,
her
bro.
pussy and
Yeah.
lifted my head to stick one of those hard little nubs in my mouth, curious to see if she'd like having her nipples licked, and Twi gasped. I guess she did like it. I took my time sucking and licking on the soft breasts of hers, and as I did, I caressed her little clit with feather touches of my thumb, and then gently slid a finger, and then a second one into her. Twi was already so moist down there with the mixture of her juices and my saliva that they penetrated her
So
without
jelly.
and she saw as I explored the satiny soft passage.
Let me live vicariously through this
I was
guy.
trying to be as gentle as possible, seeing as it was her first time, but when I accidentally grazed her nipple with my lower teeth,
Oops.
she yelped, and I felt the tremor
Oops.
inside her pussy and the sudden hot gush of fresh juices around my fingers. I took my lips off of her breast and chuckled. Wow. Did you like it when I did that, Twi? Twi didn't reply, but straight away brought her forehooves down and taking hold of my head, pushed it back against her breast.
Ho
Bite me again. Please.
Oh!
Harder.
Oh!
No better than to ignore
God,
his
let me
felt
be
pain.
this fucking
So I set my teeth
guy.
against the nipple against the nipple.
God.
Feeling Twi's pussy grow even hotter and
Fucking
wetter.
Lord.
You made me spit soda
I
everywhere.
returned to sucking and mounting her clit as new droplets appeared glistening on her
I mean,
lips.
on,
and panting
on your
through-
keyboard, too.
Sorry.
Oh, I gotta go get a towel.
I was at that crazy stage of excitement where your dick becomes the entire center of sensation, so I took my fingers from inside her and started to jerk myself off.
Really?
But I knew that if I didn't
Sorry.
go soon, I was going to come all over the place, so I pulled my hands away
Here.
and
Can you
stood
still
up.
can you
Wipe it
still
off.
hear all
Twi
that?
looked at me nervously as I took her by the
Give me,
forearm and lifted her up
like a
off of the
tissue.
sofa. Her mane was disheveled and her face flushed out of her bottom
Sorry, I made you
white
do that.
from where she had been biting.
you actually gonna put freaking soda in my mouth?
I took a cushion from the couch and placed it on the
Sorry, I
floor.
need to clean this
And
thing
the
up.
little
It needed a
purple
little bit of
made
a
no
cleaning
protest
anyway.
but
It's all
lay her
covered
on her
in
back
dust
with
and
the cushion
stuff.
against her
I is back.
and then lay on top of her,
Oh,
kissing
shit.
and nibbling her neck just beneath her ears. Will it hurt very much? She asked between the deep pants I was eliciting from her. Maybe for the tiniest little while, I said, stroking her mane.
And now I is back.
After that, it was really more amazing than
My
everything
face.
else we've been doing.
I
God, I
know.
can't believe they
I
just
grabbed my
spat
dick
all
and
over your...
began
I'm
to rub
sorry,
the hand
man.
It's okay.
slick with pre-cum up along her sticky
Pre-cum?
slit, and when it touched
I don't
her
really like
clit,
that word.
she gasped. Please stop teasing me, she pleaded. I think I can stand it anymore. Just put it in me, please.
Oh!
That's
Oh,
hot.
that's hot.
Oh shit.
What's that, Twi? What do you want me to do? I said. She teased me with that blowjob earlier, and now it was my chance to return the favor.
I guess.
Rut me. It was a little more than a whisper. I couldn't quite hear you. Rut me! Screamed Twi. For Celestia's sake! Rut me!
God damn it.
That is
Okay.
gotta be...
Why can't I beat this guy?
That has gotta be like
I
one of the
wasn't too
greatest
worried
things
about
ever when the
hurting her,
girl
as
is
I hadn't felt
begging
behind
you
it
to
with
do
my
that.
I know.
I thought
God
it better to
damn
be
it.
gentle to start with. The head of my dick slid easily in between her gooey lips, and I slowly eased myself into her. Oh, Celestia. Well, that was a bad moan.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, Celestia!
That's better.
Hold. Holy fuck!
That's funny.
It was like I'd slid into warm honey, so sticky and hot and slick was it inside of her.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Tell me if it hurts, okay, Twi?
Fuck.
I started to fuck her in slow, shallow strokes, luxuriating in the feel
Oh.
of that satiny
I'm laughing
squeeze
so hard
at
it's
the
making
end
me
of my
cry.
dick. But Twi had other ideas. She threw her forelegs around my torso and pulled me against her so that I slid into her balls deep.
Oh.
When the head of my dick hit her cervix, we both cried out. I brought my hips back, sliding a little bit out of her, then slid back in and Twi groaned. Oh, Celestia! Why did I wait so long to do this?
Oh.
Soon we adapted to
That's
each
hot.
other's rhythm and we were fucking like we'd done it 1,000,000 times before.
Are you serious, bro?
But she was a quick learner. and I soon discovered that she enjoyed long...
You
I'm sorry, I had to.
She wasn't one for talking.
You stupid idiot! That was so funny.
That's one of the advantages of being fat. Well, not really an advantage. That was kind of bad. Should have done that.
You stupid idiot! That was so funny.
She was only a little pony, but they're a lot heavier than you look. And then I took hold of
Alright, let's
inside
forget
of her
about that
hips
and keep
and
watching.
resumed plowing into her, eliciting high-pitched cries of pleasure from the little unicorn. My side was still smarting, but all the wine that I drunk masked the worst of it.
Why can't I be this guy? God damn it.
Calm down.
I'm sorry.
I need to slow down. I'm getting a little excited here.
Thank you. So am I.
And the excitement of finally fucking Twi was transmuting the little that was left into pleasure. I looked down at her pert rump and her long tail whipping back and forth again, and I slid my hands across the small of her back, feeling the soft, velvety fur. I shook my head in disbelief. Man, oh man. All those years I wasted fucking human women.
Whatever you say, bro.
It seems a little strange. Fucking a pony had some definite advantages. For one thing, I didn't have to reach up and grab hold of her hair to get leverage for my thrusting. Her mane extended farther down her back in the perfect handhold for pile driving myself into her, which I did with drunken gusto.
Oh.
Twi was moaning louder now. I could feel her pussy getting boiling hot around my dick, and it was starting to drive me over the edge. Twi, you'd better slow down. I'm going to come otherwise.
Pull out, dude. Pull out.
Horror. No, not yet.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
My rigid dick slipping out, dripping from inside of her, and I fell back onto the floor. I was in a daze, and my entire body felt like a single raw nerve, having been stopped just before coming. As I sat up on my elbows, I saw the little unicorn advancing on me, her face flushed, her eyes hot and hungry.
Oh shit.
Twi? What? Twi didn't reply, but pushed me back on down onto the floor with her forehooves, and then swung her hind legs onto either side of my waist, staring down at me. A suddenly predatory smile on her beautiful face.
Oh damn.
And when she leaned forward and lay on top of me with her full weight so that my erection was sandwiched between us, her pussy hot and wet against it, and she began to rub herself up and down against me.
That's hot.
Between her lips as she pulled.
That's hot.
Hey! What do you think you're doing? I demanded. In between gasps,
No,
the
come on, don't
friction
let this
between the
go
two of us
sour
was sending
now.
bolts of pleasure along my spine, and I grabbed her butt to slow things down before I came. What does it look like I'm doing? Said Twi, grinning down at me. I'm going to rut your brains out.
Oh, why can't
God damn it.
Dude!
Oh, sorry. I guess...
Don't be sorry.
I just get a bit aggressive when I'm drunk. I'm liking this drunk aggressive Twilight.
So why?
Me too.
I'm liking this drunk aggressive Twilight, I said, sliding my hands up to her head and drawing it down so that I could kiss her.
Aw.
This time her tongue, which had been so shy during our first kisses, was a hungry invader.
Oh.
God, I'm so... Why can't I get a
I know has one too, so don't worry about it, Iska.
At last, Twi broke the kiss, and I was left gasping.
Where is Iska?
I guess you like to do it when I'm aggressive. She giggled. I merely nodded, groaning, and slid my hands back onto her wide hips to help her hump. And while she ground her haunches back and forth, she levitated the wine across to her and started to drink straight from
What?
her. What is your problem?
You don't get to
You're
drink?
having sex. You don't get to drink in the middle of sex.
Thank you.
What's your problem? Hey! I cried. Leave some of that for me. She smirked down at me. Oh, are you thirsty? She floated the bottle down to me, but as I reached for it, she jerked it out of my reach and brought it to her lips again, taking another mouthful. But this time, she didn't swallow, and instead leaned way down and brought her lips against mine. And when I parted them, she drove her tongue inside it, and with it
I
came
am
a sudden
so jealous. I've always wanted to do that. Like the girl just drinks something and then she just kisses me and lets the wine and the soda just enter my mouth. Oh, that would be so. Oh, I'm jelly. I'm super jelly.
on for long enough. I pulled out the kiss, grabbed her around the waist, and lifted her bottle off me, threw her back onto the couch. And as she looked up at me in surprise, I speared my dick right into her. With her pussy soaking wet as it was, there barely any resistance. And I was enveloped in hot stickiness that made me cry out in pleasure. And then I started rutting her in earnest. I was out of my mind at this point, everything turning into a swirling confusion of drunkenness, tension, and love that made me feel like I was on fire.
Oh my dear
Lord. Jesus, slow the hell down.
Avenging myself upon her for how much she'd made me lose control of the situation, but she loved every angry moment of it. My hips were a blur as again and again I drew my dick almost completely out of her blisteringly hot pussy so that only the head was left between her juice. Her juice, slick lips,
Jesus.
slick lips, and then piston back into her, driving myself ball deep and making her cry out.
Dude,
she was screaming at me to rut her harder, cry as she grew more and more.
Another thing, girls screaming to, you know, bang me harder, which has got to be the best thing ever for a guy.
Yeah.
I felt the hairs on my body stand up as if my static electricity suddenly. Twi's eyes, which kept squeezed shut the whole time, flicked open, and deep within her violet reaches, I noticed sparks of light begin to swirl.
Oh no, her eyes are going white.
I felt the waves of pleasure growing excruciating. I was getting close.
Oh no.
But then, I noticed that instead of the bookcase, which had been behind Twi's face all this time, I was now looking at the high vaulted ceiling of the library. My stomach lurched, and I looked down and realized that we were now floating around 2 feet above the couch!
What?
Twi's magic, with the life of its own, had levitated us into the air as we'd been rutting.
Now I'm really jelly.
It must feel like the fucking zero gravity. Oh, now I'm jelly.
Thank you. Me too. Zero gravity. God damn it.
You have the biggest headache ever.
I have always wanted to.
That doesn't bother me.
Gravity, even though I've never fucked in real life
God
once.
damn it.
Same here. Like I always wanted boink and zero gravity. That would be awesome.
Fuck.
I gripped her hips and drove myself deeper inside of her.
Yeah, this is what we do, everybody. This is our life. We do ponies and stuff.
Yeah. And we span crazily
that's our
about
life.
the air in place, set in motion by the
Yes and no.
frenzied movement of our fucking. I was beyond the point of no return now, and Twi was throwing her mane about, biting her bottom lip so hard that she had drawn blood. Twi, I'm going to come, I shouted. I am too, she cried. Twi's eyes were no longer those liquid violet pools, but orbs of pure white, blinding light. That'd be scary, but awesome.
That is scary, yet amazingly awesome.
And then all of a sudden, I felt the pleasure inside me soar to a whole new level of ecstasy as the soft purple unicorn magic that surrounded us both caught alight, and we were wreathed in a flare of heatless, scintillating energy, with the two of us still fucking madly at its heart. And then we came together. That magical fire was part of us now, and I felt as though it was pure energy that was flowing out of my dick into Twi. She screamed out as well, her pussy flooding with a surge of blisteringly hot juices that seemed to be made of liquid fire. And they poured out around the base of my dick and all over my brothers. I was sure my heart had stopped, and that sound and sight and time and space and everything else had disappeared, and all that existed now was the two of us fused together. My semen blasting into her hungry womb, an excruciating ecstasy surging through her body, shooting through our bodies like being in the center of a supernova. And then we were falling through an endless white void of light. An eternity later, when I could see and hear and think again, I found myself lying on the floor in front of a couch which had thankfully broken our fall when Twi's magic had shortened out during her climax. Twi herself was laying next to me, her eyes wide open and staring at the ceiling, unseeing, but they were those soft, violet eyes that I had fallen in love with, and not the blinding white orbs of elemental power that burned into my soul just a short while ago. But when Twi noticed I was awake, she turned over and smiled at me. Well, she sighed, deeply and happily. I guess that's one new experience I won't be writing to Princess Celestia about. Oh, I don't know. I chuckled, kissing her lightly on the lips. I think she'd get a bit of a thrill out of it.
No.
But
not write that to the do not write that to the princess.
Okay? Okay? I looked at her in disbelief. You were unbelievable, Twi. Twi sighed happily and rested her muzzle on my chest. I guess it's true what they say, I said suddenly. What's that? Murmured Twi. I lifted my arms to the air theatrically. Once you go flank, you can never go back!
Oh, that's so stupid.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Was that a joke of some sort?
Pony's backside is called
Well,
a
it was
flank.
supposed to be. You know, you may be very good at flank, she said with a sniff, but your jokes are terrible. Well, you only have to put up with them until I get back to Earth, I replied.
Oh, don't say
I
that.
regretted my flippant joke as soon as I made it for Twi. Suddenly, crestfallen.
Goddamn, dude.
The tears started to glisten at the corner of her huge violet eyes, and she turned away. Aww. Hey, Twi, I said, reaching across and pulling her over so that she was face to face again. What? She muttered angrily. I think you can probably stop looking for a way to get me back home now, I said.
Oh, he's gonna stay.
Her violet eyes went wide.
Wait.
She
gonna turn him
does
into a
that mean
pony
you
or
want to stay in
something?
Equestria? I nodded, smiling. It does.
Yay.
With me? Her voice was a whisper. No! What's he do?
Ditsy!
Before she could
He
protest,
said
I
Ditsy.
darted forwards and kissed her half-open mouth. Of course with you!
Yay.
And at last, the little purple unicorn squealed in joy, climbed on top of me, throwing her forelegs around my neck and peppering my face with kisses.
Aw.
Twi? I said. She murmured as she continued to kiss me on my neck and across my sweaty chest. I just realized there's one fun fact that you won't find in any big book of yours. Oh? She said, stopping and looking at me in interest. And what's that? I love you.
Aww.
Aww.
Aww. Aww. Well, apparently that's the end of this fanfic.
That was cute.
Oh man, I am so jelly.
Yes, I'm jelly as well.
And I know I said this in part 2, but I'm gonna say it again. Dude, whoever you are.
Hot sauce.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, please let me live vicariously through you.
And whoever wrote it, dude, that was a great fan fiction. And that, not just because of the sex, but it was also a great fan fiction. Very well written. Great
God,
art.
frick.
This will be uploaded soon.
Since we finished Swayback Mountain, I'm going to be uploading that first.
Next, we'll probably be doing More Than Buddies or Illuminati.
Yeah, one of those.
We're not sure. There is a guy who read More Than Buddies. We're not sure which one we're going to do. We're going to debate that as soon as we get off here.
Yeah, but from what we know, someone on YouTube is reading Illuminati, but they haven't finished it yet, so...
So if we do that, he will be reading it.
Yeah, because he stutters a lot when he reads.
Yes, I do.
I do stutter, but not a whole lot.
I can read a book fine, you know, not silent reading, but when I read out loud...
Excuse me.
That's okay. Alright, you know what? Stop talking about it. Let's click off. We'll see y'all later.
And take care. Spike your hair. Woo! You know it.